Alright guys, this is your tutorial for Friday, October 23rd. Make sure you have filled out your attendance link so you can get credit for being here today. A couple of reminders. Turn in your weather fronts worksheet that we worked on. Your vocabulary for weather is due on Friday the 30th, so you need to keep working on that. And then over the weekend, make sure you're looking and seeing if you're missing any work, specifically if you haven't done your water cycle vocab, or if you never took your water cycle quiz. So today in class, we went over this website that brought us to Interactive Fronts. Excuse me. And I want to show you guys how the website works. So it gives you a basic introduction and it says that weather is where whenever you have a front, it's where two air masses with different temperatures and densities collide, and they won't mix with each other because they have different properties. So whenever that happens, you're going to have rain, storms, whatever, depending on the type of front. So you can click the type of front, and it shows you what happens. With a cold front, the cold air is pushing in, right? And it pushes that warm air up and out of the way. And when it does, you're going to see lots of clouds, rain, storms, because a cold front is our fast moving front, and because it comes in so fast, it makes those abrupt weather changes. When we look at a warm front, this time we have warm air pushing in, and it's pushing in and it's moving over top of that cold air, and it does so more slowly. So whenever a warm front happens, you get clouds and maybe a little bit of rain depending on the amount of water vapor that was in your warm air front. Once it passes, you have nice warm weather. A stationary front is when cold and warm collide, but this time neither moves each other. So instead, where they hit, you have clouds building up. If there's water vapor in that warm air front, you get rain. And if there is rain, it lasts for days because a stationary front is a stalled front, right? One air mass won't move the other one. And the most complex front is your occluded front. It's whenever you have warm air sandwiched in between two cold air masses, okay? When that happens, you have clouds building, a little bit of rain as well. Sometimes occluded fronts can bring thunderstorms because they are a complex front, but the majority of the time it's your cold front that's bringing storms. So I just wanted to show you guys that website. Now in class, we went over this worksheet here. It's under the classwork tab in Google Classroom. We talked about the 4 different types of fronts here, and I'll go over them with you guys. And then we'll go over these questions together as well. So reading about each type of front, starting at the cold front. A cold front moves faster than a warm air mass. The warm, humid air is pushed up and results in a short period of heavy rain and possibly violent thunderstorms. A warm front moves slower than a cold air mass, so the warm air raises up above the cold air mass and causes gentle rain showers, and they can last a little while. Your occluded front is a combination of 2 fronts. So remember how we said you have 2 cold air masses and then a warm sandwiched in between? Well, that's what happens with the occluded front. It's a combo of 2 fronts that form when a cold front catches up and overtakes a warm front. The result is a mix of rain, showers, and possible storms. And then the 4th front is a stationary front. That front is the boundary between 2 air masses where neither is moving, okay? So if there's not a lot of water vapor in the air, you might see clear skies for a while, but if there is water vapor in the air, then you're going to see rain for a while. So now on to the questions. We have to figure out what front this is describing. So for number 1, what type of front produces gentle rain showers? That was right here, so that's a warm front. Number 2, what type of front involves 3 different air masses? That's your occluded front, because you have a cold, and a warm. Number 3, what type of front may have clear skies? That would be a stationary front. You could have clear skies with a stationary front if there wasn't water vapor in that warm air mass. Number 4, what type of front creates violent thunderstorms? That's right here. That's your cold front. Number 5, what type of front is stalled or stilled? That's your stationary front. It's not moving, so it's stayed stationary or stalled. And then number 6, what type of front has rain showers and possible thunderstorms? Okay, so rain showers, possible thunderstorms, that's right here, your occluded front. Then we have a fill in the blank section where it gives you a word bank and you have to figure out the words. So I'm going to read it with the correct word in the blank for you. You can pause me, remind me, whatever you need to do to get the answers. So weather fronts mark the boundary between two air masses. The air masses can have large temperature differences on either side of the front. When a weather front passes, there's often a change in wind direction, as well as changes in temperature. Cold fronts occur when a colder air mass overtakes a warmer air mass. This can create a short period of heavy rain and strong thunderstorms. Warm fronts move slower than cold air masses. A warm front will steadily rise above the cooler air and create gentle rain showers. An occluded front is formed when a cold front catches and overtakes a warm front. A mix of rain and thunderstorms can occur as a result. A stationary front is the boundary between two air masses that are not moving. Clear skies or partly cloudy skies may occur with occasional light rain. The last part is we talked about where we would color blue and red in this front, and we named the type of front it is. So looking at the front, you see cold front colliding with warm front. What is that? It doesn't look like one's getting pushed out of the way. They just kind of hit each other and don't move. So that would be a stationary front. So you would type stationary up here on the slide. And it says color the warm air red and color the cold air blue, but on your version, I have it to where you can type it. You would type red where the warm front is and blue where the cold front is. If you guys have any questions, make sure you reach out to your teacher. We would love to help you.